Welcome back, everybody. It has been a while. I'm Dom.
Indeed. This is Brody.
And this is the DB Fantasy Scoop. We took a little break. It's been maybe 3 or 4 weeks. But we're coming back because it's playoffs week. It's time for playoffs. We got the next 3 weeks. Going to be gut-wrenching fantasy football. So, we're here to give you your starts and your sits, and we're going to do a little league playoff power rankings. So, Brody, you want to start it off with your start?
All right, my start is going to be Zay Jones. I think he's wide receiver 2 or 3 or something like that.
He's 2 on the Jags.
But I think that the wide receiver 1 on the Jags is Christian Kirk. I think he's going to get locked up by Diggs or whatever. I think he's going to get locked up, so that's going to mean Zay Jones is going to be open all
He's been
game.
producing, too.
Yeah, he's been doing real good. I think he's going to have a great game against Dallas.
I like that call. My start of the week is Zonovan Knight, the Jets RB. He's been, ever since Breece Hall's injury, and then Michael Carter's been in and out and everything, Zonovan Knight has stepped up. He's been nasty the last few weeks. He's got, his last 3 weeks, he got 13, 17, 16. I mean, that's solid stuff. It was a waiver pickup. If you picked him up, you probably got him at your flex. You might even have him at RB2, RB1 now. I think that's a no-brainer, and they're playing the Lions. Lions are a great team, but their defense sucks. If their offense wasn't amazing, they wouldn't win games, but they do because their offense is amazing.
I don't know. My sit for this week is going to be Juju Smith-Schuster. He's going up against Houston. And you know what? They might not be a very good team, but they're so bad for wide receivers.
Yeah, but they got that rookie corner, too, from LSU.
He's been doing good, too. But what's bad about it for wide receivers is, their run defense is so bad. So, teams just game plan all of the run game.
Right.
So they run the ball, every play, which is not very good for wide receivers.
Houston's actually 4th against wide receivers in fantasy. They're actually one of the better teams against receivers. They do actually have a decent secondary, but their run defense is just awful. And then my sit of the week is going to be Nick Chubb. He's going against Baltimore. They got a pretty good run defense. They have a good defense overall, which Chubb, his last 2 games, 8 and 8.4. He just hasn't been there. I mean, he's still getting his carries more than usual, actually. He's had 80 yards and 34 yards, but he really hasn't done much. I mean, 80 yards is a good game, but he's not getting receiving work because Kareem Hunt's taking it, and Baltimore's got a good defense, so I just don't see a good game out of Nick Chubb this week. All right, we'll get to the playoff rankings. Brody, you want to start it off at 6?
All right, 6 is going to be Alex. You know what? He made a pretty good push to make the playoffs this year. He picked up a couple W's this last few weeks here and just made it in. Pretty good for him, but I think his team's on the lower end though, because all he has is really Saquon and
Josh Allen,
but I don't think his team has enough to really advance here in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, his team's spotty. He's got Cordell Patterson at RB2. He's got Cam Akers at his flex. I mean, I don't feel like that's a competitive playoff team. I mean, he's got the Josh Allen 25 points a game, whatever. Saquon's not even doing that great anymore.
Saquon's been so mid lately.
He's been a 15-point guy, which isn't bad, but I mean, for an RB1, powerhouse, I mean, it's just not, he's not producing what he should be. At number 5, we got Ben. I don't think he has a bad team at all. He's got good running backs at Mixon and Jacobs. But, I mean, once you get to his tight end and flexes, I mean, he kind of falls off. He definitely has a good team, but, I mean, is it going to hold up? I don't know when he faces, David or Brody. He's got the tougher matchups. I don't know if it'll hold up or not, but we'll see. I definitely do think he has a good team, but I just don't think he's top tier for the rankings.
All right, next at 4, we got Logan. I think he has a lot of threats on his team. He has a lot of good guys.
A lot of potential.
A little hiccup with Lamar Jackson getting hurt, knee injury. That's not going to help him at all. But I think Amon-Ra and Terry McLaurin have been doing really good lately.
Amon-Ra's carrying.
Yeah, Amon-Ra, dude. He's been going crazy.
Even starting Goff, I don't think that's too bad because Goff has been tearing it up lately. Especially pairing that with Amon-Ra, too. I like to have a quarterback-receiver duo, pretty much double points.
This week, though, they got some tough matchups.
They do, yeah. He's got a lot of
the Jets.
But then again, we were talking about that Houston run, and he's got Isaiah Pacheco, so, I mean, he could get points there. Terrible run defense.
Yep.
I think Logan can compete. Now we got the top half of the playoffs. We got number 3. We got Cam. I think Cam started off 0-3, pushed his way all the way to 8-6, made the playoffs as the 3 seed or 4 seed, right? He's the 4 seed.
Yeah.
He has a good team. He picked up Justin Fields. That was a huge pickup for him. That actually carried him a lot. He's got Derrick Henry, D-Hop, Jamar Chase. He's definitely got a good team. Got a good receiving core. I mean, he's got Nick Chubb, which Nick Chubb's been good, but I mean, he's kind of slowing down a little bit. But I mean, I definitely think he has a good team. He'll be able to compete. He's got a tough matchup against Ben, but it'll be close. There's not gonna be any gimmies this year in playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
We all got competitive teams.
I think Cam's team is just gonna come down to whether or not his matchups against his players are gonna be good. Because like Nick Chubb hasn't been doing great lately,
and he's got a tough matchup.
Yeah.
But
so
it's gonna be close.
Yeah.
Brody, who's that 2?
All right. Number 2 is Brody. Shit. I think it's fair to put me at 2 because like
absolutely.
My team has been good lately, but like since week like 1 to 5 or whatever, they really fell off.
Yeah, you had the powerhouse of the league
yeah,
the first couple weeks.
I don't know. Injuries killed me. Cooper Kupp getting hurt out for the
absolutely.
season is awful for me. But we bounced back. We're 10-4 right now. That's not bad.
Right,
but can't really put me at 1 there.
I mean, you got Ty Hill, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Hurts, Dalvin Cook. I mean, you got a definitely solid team. Little shaky at the tight end with Cole Kmet. Second flex isn't great, but I mean, definitely a powerhouse team. Something to reckon with for sure. Then we got at number 1, we got David. He was the number 1 seed. He went 12-2.
Yep.
He had a great season. Again, we've been saying it all year. Not the flashiest team, but he wins games. He gets it done. He got Pat Mahomes at quarterback, obviously good. He's got Justin Jefferson and Devontae Adams. He's got Ayuk and A.J. Brown. I mean, he's got a powerhouse team. His RBs aren't amazing. He's got Pollard, who's been awesome lately, but he's got Mostert at RB2. Not great, but I mean, he figures it out. I don't know what it is, because personally, I mean, I think he doesn't have the best team, but somehow he wins games. So, I mean, for that sole reason, he's going to be the number 1 seed because I'm sure he'll figure out a way to pull out these wins every week.
Yeah, David's on like an 11-game win streak or 12 or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 11. Yeah, 11 he started off 1-2 and finished 12-2. So,
that's insane.
He's got the momentum on his side. So, I mean, you got to rank him as number 1. I mean, it's going to be a toss-up, honestly. This is going to come down to everybody. Everybody's got a fighting chance. I mean, I'm going to win the losers bracket because I didn't make the playoffs. But, I mean, we're not going to talk about that. But, like, I'll get 7th place. I'll take that. Anything else to throw in there, Brody?
That's it. I think it was a good podcast to get us back.
We'll be back all of playoffs. We'll be back every week. And then after playoffs, we're going to do a ceremony for our league. And we're gonna do the trophy. We got a big trophy. But we'll be back the next, 3 weeks of playoffs?
3 weeks, I think, yeah.
Next 3 weeks, we'll be back. We're going to continue our podcast for the playoffs. And good luck to everybody out there that's in the playoffs. And we'll see you next week.
See you next week.